She said, "Aaron, you're too rational. Being with you feels suffocating." I looked at her, the black coffee in my hand had gone cold. "Rational doesn't mean indifferent," I said. "But what I want is warmth." Her voice trembled. She turned away, her back straight, as if leaving the conference room. Suddenly, I realized that our marriage had become a 6-year-long negotiation. She spoke about feelings, I spoke about facts. She wanted comfort, I offered solutions. That day, she walked out, and I didn't follow. Because I knew any questioning would only delay the collapse. My name is Aaron Stone, 38, corporate consultant. I spent 10 years mastering chaos, yet never expected that what would ultimately spiral out of control was my own marriage. We had been married for 6 years. Her name is Catherine, a design director. She is smart, perceptive, and enjoys being noticed. I was once her most devoted audience. Then, her attention started drifting elsewhere. I first noticed it the night she went on a business trip. She came home late, her phone kept lighting up. The sound of running water in the bathroom couldn't drown out the notification tones. I walked over and saw a single unread message. "That black dress you wore, it really distracted me." The sender was Leo. I knew who he was, a client, wealthy and skilled at saying things like, "I understand you." I didn't open the message, just turned off the screen. At that moment, I didn't feel anger, only a quiet clarity. She thought I didn't know. In truth, I just hadn't started acting yet. From that day, I began to record everything. Her meetings, her business trips, her dinners. I didn't touch her phone, I didn't need to. Her work email was on my server's collaboration list. I saw their exchanges. From project feedback to "I miss your smile." I wasn't surprised, only confirming. She still came home, still smiled. She hugged me, kissed me, as if nothing had happened. I hugged her, kissed her, as if I still believed. Calmness gives you time. Time makes revenge precise. One night, she came home late. I pretended to be asleep in the study. She quietly entered, removed her makeup, changed clothes, the phone screen flickered. She stared at it and smiled, a soft smile, yet grating. I stared at the ceiling, my chest tightening slowly. I remembered her words, "You're too rational." Yes. A rational person doesn't shout, doesn't argue, doesn't question. They just remember. 2 weeks later, she mentioned a new project, excited about collaborating with Leo. I smiled. That's perfect. I know someone on the investor side. She froze for a moment, her smile stiffened. I poured her a glass of wine. "Catherine, I hope you succeed." She took a sip, slightly uneasy. "Why are you suddenly so interested in my project?" "Because you deserve it," I said calmly. That night, I wrote an email in the study. To the investors, CCing her. I suggested an optimization that would delay Leo's proposal by 2 weeks. The next day, she received the news, the project was paused. She paced in the living room, cursing, "These people don't understand creativity." I walked over and handed her a coffee. "Maybe it's just a matter of timing." She didn't notice the curve of my lips. I began to quietly remove her points of support. She bought things with my credit card, I changed the billing cycle. She worked from home, I slowed the internet speed. She met friends, I sent reminders to the husbands of those friends. She began to feel the world was against her. I was quietly by her side, occasionally saying, maybe you're just tired. She became more anxious, more insecure. I didn't scold her, didn't expose her. I just gradually cut off her sense of control. I knew that feeling. It was what she had done to me when I once loved her. A month later, she suggested fixing our relationship. She said, "Aaron, I think we need to start over." I smiled. Of course. I suggested attending Leo's company's project showcase together. She hesitated. "That's a work event. I just want to support you." She agreed. That day, she wore the black dress, her makeup perfect, her smile flawless. I stood in the back, watching Leo speak. He avoided her gaze, and she pretended not to notice. After the presentation, I approached him, shaking hands. "Leo, your proposal is excellent," I said. "But the data has already been locked." He froze. Her face instantly went pale. I turned and left, hearing her call my name softly. I didn't look back. That night, she came home and smashed a cup. "What do you want from me?" she yelled. I asked calmly, "What do you mean?" "You're destroying me." I put down my book. "No. I'm just showing you." She cried, "I just made a mistake, I just needed someone to understand me." I looked at her. "And the person you chose, how far do they truly understand you?" Her gaze started to break. That moment, I saw her fear. Not because I found out, but because I saw through her. I stepped forward, voice low and steady. "You wanted warmth, I give you fire. But you forget, fire burns." The next day, she didn't go to work. I made breakfast, hearing her sobbing from the bedroom. I didn't enter. I sat in the living room, opened my computer, and started clearing shared accounts. Every file, every record, every photo, gone without a trace. When done, I whispered, "We're even." But this was only the beginning of revenge. She thought I was angry. Yet she didn't know. The true punishment is not leaving, but letting her watch herself lose everything. Catherine's world began to collapse. Her projects were sent back for review, clients stopped responding. Leo disappeared. She called, emailed, went to the office, every path blocked. She didn't know that the adjustments, the financial freezes, the budget revisions, all were based on my recommendations. I didn't touch them myself, I optimized the system. Her department faced a domino effect. Colleagues avoided her, supervisors doubted her judgment. She stumbled through meetings. I watched her through the glass door, a woman who once shone now flickering like a dying lamp. She came home, whispering, "Everyone's against me." I handed her a glass of water, calmly, "Maybe you're just too sensitive." She lost sleep. I heard the bedroom light on all night. The light seeping through the door crack was cold, like a slit cutting through our lives. A few days later, she fell in the bathroom. I rushed in, she clutched her head, crying, "I can't take it." I helped her up, handed her a towel. Her hands were trembling. "Aaron, what should I do?" "Rest a few days," I said. I sent the leave request to her company. The moment that email went out, she lost her last stronghold. She began checking her phone endlessly, but no one reached out. She sent 3 messages to Leo, all unread. I watched her be swallowed slowly by silence. It felt familiar. The distance she had kept from me now returned in full. Finally, she spoke. "That night, I was wrong." I asked, "Which night?" She pursed her lips, head down. You know which night? I want to hear it from you. She paused for several seconds, barely able to speak. That night. I just had a drink with him. Nothing else. I smiled faintly. Nothing else? She choked, I don't know, I cut her off, don't explain. She lifted her head, tears ran down. What do you want from me now? I leaned back, voice steady to the point of coldness. I just want you to realize, you never understood me. She froze. She expected yelling, smashing, breakdowns. I didn't. I didn't even raise my voice. That calmness scared her more. In the following weeks, I truly acted. I contacted her company's board, suggested a takeover. Documents, data, client lists, I knew everything. After the acquisition, her department was merged, her position eliminated. She thought it was just a restructure. When she received the severance package, my name was on it. She looked at me, blank. Was this you? Business, I said calmly. Her lips quivered, words failed her. After leaving the company, she hardly went out. One night, returning home, I saw her sitting on the couch, staring blankly. The table piled with overdue letters. I stood at the door, watching her dazed expression. It wasn't pain, it was disorientation, like a shattered mirror no longer reflecting. She looked up, voice barely audible, do you hate me? I shook my head. No. I just learned your way. She smiled, dryly, then you won. I went over, brushed a strand of hair from her face, softly. No. We both lost. I just understood first. Her tears fell silently. I didn't comfort her. I just stood, like watching the final act of a play. Days later, I received an anonymous email. From Leo. Only one line. She told me you ruined her. Are you satisfied? I stared at it, lips curving. I didn't reply. I just forwarded it to a new client email of hers. 3 hours later, the client canceled their collaboration, citing professional ethics concerns. She called me, voice breaking, what more do you want from me? Nothing, I said calmly. Just letting the truth be complete. Her breath came in gasps. Seconds later, she whispered, I really deserve this. I replied, no. You're just finally feeling my pain from a year and a half ago. I hung up, turned off the screen. For the first time, I felt complete silence inside. I didn't see her for a long time. Until one evening, I saw her at a corner cafe. She had cut her hair short, wore a gray coat, expression neutral. She saw me too. Across the street, we acknowledged each other with a raised coffee cup. I nodded, didn't approach. In that moment, I understood, our relationship had reached completion. Not an end, but a balance. I no longer needed her apology. She could no longer touch my emotions. At night, I returned home. The cup was still on the table, an old crack on its side. The one she had smashed. I didn't throw it away. I cleaned it and set it back. The light reflected off the porcelain, a faint trace, reminding me. All revenge has a cost. Catherine lost the external world. I lost the part of myself that still wanted to forgive her. I opened my computer and typed a line. Forgiveness isn't letting someone off the hook, it's locking hatred in a glass case and never letting it come near. I closed the laptop, stood up. The city lights outside were calm, clean, and clear.